One more point I want to emphasize for all the people out there, that them spying on you is what will later give them dominance over you, because they have the advantage, they know so much about you, or they know what you are like, or what you have done, you see. It's worse than having your mother and father know, because they'll put you into a camp, and just like the Christians, you know, the churches, they make people feel so guilty about something they did, and they extort money from them, you know, like the Catholic Church. It was like your sins, you have to pay indulgences for them, but the Protestants do it a different way. They just put the money in the plate, you know, and a lot of churches just, even Alex Jones has mentioned that, how they just try to dominate you by making you feel guilty. Although they are much, much more guilty in what they're doing. They try to harp on your little sins or something. Well, that's what's going to happen with the New World Order when they put you in a re-education camp and they tell you, look, you're so sick. And especially because people are been so sick today, perverted with all this gay stuff and all this garbage they got. And then and you have a conscience that can either condemns you or verifies you, you know. And they're working on that conscience, that God-given conscience. Because even though you think you have a license to do all these perverted things, your conscience knows. And the Chinese are smart. They know, the Jews know, all of those people know what they're doing. And when they get you in those camps, and they say, look at this, well, you need to be re-educated or rehabilitated because you are such a sick person. Even though they're the ones from their top echelon that tried to make you sick. See, that's what the whole agenda is about. It's a whole satanic agenda. And that's why only the people of God that keep His commandments can escape it. And it's very difficult today. Why? Because they want you to stumble. That's why it says in Revelation, and I saw a great millstone tossed into the sea. That represents Babylon the Great, because she tries to offend and stumble the little ones that believe in Jesus Christ. They try to make the world so void of any kind of affection and love that when you see a beautiful woman, it's like a dream to you, you know. And they try to put you in a position where you will sin. So they got that on you. That is their insurance policy on you ever standing in their way. See? And no matter whatever you did, even if it's just something silly that wasn't even bad, they can harp on that. Or you know how the Jewish media tries to expose things, like Donald Trump said he was like to grab women or something, which I thought is so silly. I mean, why would you want to even do that? I mean, is there any fun in? I mean, it's vulgar, you know. It's not anything to do with love, you know. Yeah, but anyway, whatever it was, maybe he's just trying to impress Bully Bush or whatever it is. I don't know, but thank God, thank God he's president, because he's smart, you know. And he may be under the control of some Jewish, because I mean, you can't escape that. That's a total control. He would never have been president without that, you know. But he's pretty shrewd, you know. So let's pray that I think he's a good man. He came from a good era. You know, he went through the 60s and all that when we were trying to escape all these people. You know, he's got a good mind. Let's pray for Donald Trump, man. Let's pray for him. And, you know, I mean, hey, you know, you got to deal with those people. And thank God he's trying to help things, you know. We got a good guy in the White House, and they keep making up lies against him. I read an article, they said he's a blatant liar, and it seems like they're the ones that are the blatant liars, you know. And that's why Jesus says, how are you going to flee from the wrath of Gehenna, man, to the Pharisees? Because they're so blatantly evil, you know. And they take pleasure in that because they think that gives them power in this world to rule this world. But soon Satan is going to be locked up, and without their God, they go down, man, fast when Jesus Christ returns. See, he will destroy them by the brightness, by the spirit of his lips, and by the brightness of his coming, you know. So that's what the future is. So stay clean, You know, stay clean. Don't let anybody, don't let any women entice you. Don't let them try to expose you, because they got cameras and all kinds of documentation everywhere. They can prove what they're talking about. You know, that's the thing. They can prove it. So beware, man. Be really careful. You're walking through a den of serpents, so you just watch out. God has given you a very narrow way to walk, and you don't get off of that, to the right or to the left.